Hi there, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Love by Design. My name is Joan, human design dating coach, and your reminder today that you don't have to chase love. You just have to recognize when it's truly inviting you in. So today's episode is all about something that really changes everything when it comes to human design, and that is strategy, your art of receiving. Because whether you're a manifestor, a manigen, a generator, a projector, or a reflector, you are designed to call in love through a very specific energetic flow. Not by force, not through performance, not by proving, but by alignment. So if you're tired of doing all the right things and still ending up exhausted, unseen, or stuck in the wrong dynamics, then this episode is for you. We're going to get into what your energy has been trying to tell you all along. So let's start here. In human design, your strategy is the way your energy interacts with the world. So you can think of it as the built-in rhythm that when you follow it correctly, it will help you to make aligned decisions. It will help you know when to act. It will let you know when to wait. And you can stop wasting energy on things that aren't meant for you. And yes, it also directly applies to dating. Because so much of the burnout that women feel in modern dating and modern love comes from forcing outcomes instead of trusting their design. So let's break it down by type. So if you're a manifestor, your strategy is to inform before you act. So as a manifestor, you're here to initiate, right? You're not here to wait. You're here to lead. Let's go. And so when it comes to dating, you may feel the urge to spark the conversation. You may feel the urge to just go ahead and express interest or just dive in and say what you want. But it might just be too early. So here's the key. The key is before you act, before you make that grand move, inform. Let people into your world. Let them know what you're thinking. Let them know where you stand. That's when your power activates. So instead of just saying that, let's get into a relationship, or I thought we were already together, you might try saying something like, hey, I'm feeling like we have a connection here. Would you like for us to explore it together? Right? So this isn't chasing. This isn't just announcing what it is that you want. It is you just making known your intentions. There's a big energetic difference between that. So the second type we're talking about are the generators and the manifesting generators. For both of you, your strategy is to wait to respond. So we already talked about generators in the past. You're here to respond to what lights you up. That is their thing. You need to be lit up, period. If it doesn't light you up, forget about it. And so your strategy is not to initiate. You're not a manifestor. Your strategy is not to initiate blindly. So when it comes to dating, instead of pushing conversations or trying to create magic out of thin air, I want you to wait to respond to something or to someone, right? So for generators who you have all this life force inside of you and you can't wait to just share it with the world, you just want to lay it on the person, but that could come across as you initiating or you trying to be controlling. So whether it's a text, a vibe, a question, or a moment, just relax. Let your sacral in your body guide your next move. Wait to respond. Even when you're lit up, don't be too much in a hurry. Lean back a little bit and just wait to respond and make your decisions that way. So if it lights you up, then maybe that's a yes. If you feel drained, walk away. The more you honor that spark inside of you, the more magnetic you will become. And now we come to the projectors, my people. Well, the strategy for projectors is to wait for the invitation. This one was such a light bulb for me because I did not know anything about this and I was doing everything the wrong way. So, like I said, I'm a projector, and for projectors, we're here to see deeply, to guide others, to offer insights because we get them, but only when we're invited and recognized. And so, I know a lot of projectors struggle with this one. So, in dating, what that looks like for you is even when you feel this drive, this thing inside of you pushing you to want to guide or provide insights, you got to wait. You got to trust that by waiting till your recognition and invitation, that's only when the person will be receptive. And also, it also helps you in the opposite. So if you instinctively feel that something is off, that's your sign. Do not try to wait it out, or do not try to get them to convince you. No, you will burn out that way. Once you know, trust it. Wait to be invited. Don't just jump into conclusions or jump into a relationship. And for projectors especially, you need to protect your energy. So by all means, be visible, go on dates, be open, be out there. But you always have to wait for that energetic invitation, right? So in dating, if you're on a date or you're having a conversation with a person, an invitation might look something like, oh, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, right? Or it might sound something like, oh, I would love to take you out to dinner. Or it might be something like, you feel really different. I want to know more about you. That's an invitation for you to open up and let your magic shine. But again, not too much. You got to pace it because we can be a little bit intense. So as a projector, if you're constantly chasing, pushing, or explaining yourself constantly, you are in the wrong lane. It will not work. It is not for you. You need to wait till you're invited to be able to share your spark, your light. Okay, and then the next type we're going to talk about are the reflectors. For the reflectors, your strategy is to wait a lunar cycle. And the lunar cycle is typically 28 days, but again, you can't wait 28 days for every single decision. So maybe just wait a little longer than others probably would. So as a reflector, you're here to reflect. You're here to sample. You're not here to rush. So in dating, what that looks like means giving yourself time before making emotional or energetic commitments. That is your strategy. Give yourself time. The longer you wait, the more clarity you gain. And even with the sampling, the more sampling you do, the more you will know the things that are for you and the things that are not for you. Because as a reflector, you feel everything. You're a mirror. So you feel everything. You need space. You need time away from that person or that thing to be able to process it. So I want you reflectors to trust your environment. Make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people and the right energy that feels good for you. That way you can allow your authority to play out, your strategy to play out, so that you're able to make the right decisions and you're not just absorbing everybody's energies. You're only focusing on that which is yours. So now I want to talk about the frequency, the feminine frequency, right? And the art of receiving. Let me say this very clearly. Waiting is not weakness. Receiving is not being passive. And strategy is not a restriction. It's liberation. When you follow your strategy, all the things I've been talking about, you stop wasting energy. You stop depleting your life force. You stop attracting misaligned partners. You stop attracting everything that comes into your reality. No, you stop burning out from being too much and not being enough, because now you're pushing, you're chasing, you're controlling, you're just trying to be everything to everybody. You stop all of that and you start receiving the love that's meant for you. So in essence, following your strategy is an act of self-trust. It's about you trusting who you are. Right? It's about you saying to yourself, look, I don't need to control every outcome. I just need to stay in alignment, and I trust that what is for me will stay. So for me as a projector, oh my God, a recovering projector, because I used to do all the pushing, all the inviting, all the planning, all the trying to make everything beautiful. And let's add that to one of my love gates. Oh my God, I was on fire. But when I stopped, the invitations started to come. I started to be recognized for the wisdom that I have. The conversations deepened because the men that were showing up were very different, and they started to invite me into the conversation, invite me out on dates, give me the space and the room and the invitation that I needed to be able to open up and shine. So here's your invitation for this week. If you haven't downloaded your human design, I'm going to put the link again. Make sure you download your human design so you can start to understand yourself. And not just any human design, my version of human design, which is only focused on dating. So I want you to discover your own design. I want you to reflect on what your strategy is. And I want to reflect on times in the past where you've been going against your strategy, how that panned out. And this week, make that conscious decision that, you know what, I'm going to honor my strategy this week, right? I'm going to inform, or I'm going to respond, or I'm going to wait for the invitation, or I'm just going to give it time, right? If you're a reflector. So I want you to honor that this week and let me know how it goes for you. So next week, I'm going to be diving into the love gates. So there are 10 love gates, and I'm not going to do all 10 in one episode because I really want to go deep into the love gates. But I think that love gates is such an important part of this whole journey because they show you everything about you when it comes to love and relationships, right? They show you who you are in love, how you receive and give love, what you attract in love. That way, you know exactly what it is that you're looking for. And again, you will always be able to look back and see, oh, now I know I have this love gate. And oh, I'm in the shadow side of the love gate. Meanwhile, there's a gift side of it. So anyway, we're going to be diving deep into the love gates next. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe if you haven't, comment, share it with somebody who needs to hear this message, and keep digging deeper into this work. The more you know about who you truly are and your authentic self, the easier it is to magnetize the aligned love that is truly designed for you. Until next time, my name is Joan. This has been Love by Design. And remember, we don't date by default. We only date by design. Talk to you soon.